How are you? Let me get you on here. For whatever reason, I couldn't get, I always put a little picture, kind of give you a little tease what's going on. And I couldn't get the picture downloaded. Whoops. Let me shut that off. There we go. Hey, Sandra, how are you? So today, I'm calling it Mesh Monday. Hey, Deb. So this is Carolyn from Known as Nutty Crafts, and this is how impromptu. We've had demo today, and it's been crazy. I shouldn't say impromptu because I did send out a mini chat. So let me get my apron on because I'm a little bit behind. I know. Yesterday I didn't go live because my granddaughter spent the night because thinking they weren't going to start demo. They were supposed to start at Monday, and then they changed it to Tuesday. And then last night, when I finished giving her a bath, all of a sudden I see an email saying they're coming today between 8 and 9 this morning. And I went, oh, I thought I had another day, thinking I wouldn't have her today. And it was like, so I had her all day till about 3:30. So it kind of threw everything into a loop. Okay, so here's what happened. I did the live this morning, and I was telling you guys some of the things I got, which that was okay on the live. But my live was probably about 15-20 minutes long, and only 10 minutes of it got recorded. The reason being, if you look at the live today, you got to the point where he was showing me how to use the hammer. I wanted to do a sledgehammer. He wanted me to use a hammer and a crowbar. And you can hear me on that part of the video going, what? And so just at that point, our internet went out until about somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It wasn't just my internet. They were doing some service thing in the area. So at that point, when I was going to get ready to pick up the hammer, and I'm hammering away, and he's videoing me, and I'm coming down the stairs afterwards going, oh, it shows, I might be low. Let me get back to my table and everything. And I couldn't look till later this afternoon, and I saw the video, and I went, really? So nobody saw my demo. Nobody saw me putting a hole through it. What's that show? The Shining, how Jack Nicholson goes, I'm home. None of that. Hey, Trisha, how are you? Hey, Leanna. Hey, oh, Sandra said, Diana, hey. And I said last time I was going to get like a USA 2 States, and I found one that was a cork board, but I didn't buy it because I was using my 40% for something else. But I think I'm going to go get it. So each time somebody comes on, I'm going to say, where are you from? And I'm going to put a cork in it because we're going to try to get all 50 states at one time. Just a little fun thing to do. Hey, loved your wreath today, Diana, with the little embroidery on the scarf. That was so cool. Hey, Janet. So, my crazy day. And then I got 2 orders I had to fill and go get boxes because I didn't have boxes. And then the internet went out. I couldn't get the DVR. I'm on the phone with them trying to get it. The guys hooked it up when they came. And it's just one thing, kind of after another. And you just go. And then finally my neighbor took my granddaughter for about an hour. And she was, do you need a wine when I bring her back? I said, no, I need a keg. I need a case of wine. You bring it, girl. So, but I didn't. Hey, Peggy, haven't seen you in a while. How are you? So today we're going to talk about mesh, okay? And because a lot of people were asking me different types of message sizes and stuff, and I thought maybe I'd give you guys some help. Hey, Sue, how are you? So I apologize for the Facebook page letting you guys know didn't go out because I was trying to get my picture downloaded and it didn't. But those of you that missed the morning one, I had talked about the cable ties. This is a 100 pack. I got it from Amazon. And these have the greenback, which is better adhering than the ones. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? These are the ones I originally got for them. And this was probably about 8 months ago. Ooh, I hate the rattling. She tells you stories. I'll tell you. She said, did you guys hear? If you go but look at the video, she's going to be 4 in March. And I said, yeah, I said her birthday's next month. And she goes, yeah, she's going to be 8. She tells me she has a car, but she needs a bigger one because all her friends have them. She has an imagination, ladies, an imagination. But these have the white background, the peel and stick. The ones with the green ones are a little bit better, okay? So I had gotten, this is 100 pack of them, and I got them on Amazon, and I literally ordered it at the end of last week, and I got it on Saturday. So, and I don't have Amazon Prime, so just to FYI, you guys, as far as that goes, that fell out. So one of the things I don't think you guys could really see was one of the meshes. I hate all that crinkling sound, so I try to keep it as low as I can because that's so annoying. This was one of the meshes I got today from Deco Exchange. This is a poly mesh, and I got to wait for the thing. So now you could see like the green stripe in there. It's like a silver or gray with black and a green stripe, and I just thought that was just kind of cool. Hey Chris, how are you? Just something different, you know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Probably Halloween. I don't know. Oh! You know who got rid of that? My little gnome guy. Perfect. See, I knew I had it for a reason. So, let's talk about mesh, ladies. So I have some baby. I pulled you guys kind of close so you can't see my whole table. It's full of stuff. So we're going to talk about different types. So I started making, when I got into Deco Mesh, with the Dollar Tree mesh. And this is the Dollar Tree mesh here. And these are good for like fillers, but I thought I was the bomb on some of the things I've made. Thanks for the hearts. So this is $1. 6 inch. Yeah, 6 inch by 5 yards. 5 yards on it, right? So these are two different ones by two different companies. Ooh, hello. So let's see if I can tell this apart. So if you guys look at this, now hopefully you guys can see. This is, if you actually scratch this up, you can see in here. Let me see how close I can get. And let me know how this is. Hey Regina, how are you? Hey Karen. Hey Chris. So, I don't know if it's best on my apron or not. But it's really coarse. Can you hear the sound? Like on it? Okay. And it scratches. It will really shred a lot. This is another one that's by them. You see how it really shreds kind of bad? Now mesh is going to shred in general. Whoops, pillow fell on my butt. It's going to shred in general. Or not fray. Shred. Let me rephrase that. Fray, not shred. Okay, so you can't get around that. But the type of mesh that you buy, if you want to go for the Dollar Tree, and like I said, that's great for, you know, like little fillers and stuff still, because you can fold the edges in and you still can get, you know, a nice one, as far as that goes. So this is why I have rubber bands on these. You see all the little fraying on these. And these I've had, gosh, since last year's spring, I guess it was. Hey, Janet. Yes. Now, saying that is very true, Janet. Cheap is not the better, as we find out. But you have to work within your means. If you don't have a lot of money, you know, be creative. You may not be able to buy everything that's, you know, $14, $15 or something, or $11, you know, and if you have to substitute some of this in it or something, work within your means. And as you celebrate, then you can put that money back into it. So this is another one, again. Now this one's a little bit better. And you see there are differences. You have 5 inch, you can go 6 inch, you can go 10 inch, you can go 12 inch, and then we have 21 inch. Can you guys see all that? So there are different sizes depending on what you need. Okay, so we'll get back to the big ones in a minute. We'll back to our babies. So if you need something bigger than a 5 inch, hey Linda, Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, I lived in Martinez and Hinesville. I pretty much lived all up and down the East Coast line, so at one time or another. So depending on what you need, okay, so keep that in mind. And like I said, now, where is it? Where's my pink one? Oh, hold on. The pink one rolled away. So you can go to different stores and look at the sizes between these two. Okay? Isn't that crazy? This is 5.5 with 45 feet. And this is 5.5 feet with 30 feet. But you'd be paying, I think it's the same price on both of them. This one I think is Michael's, and I know this came from Joann's. So that's something you have to take into account, is knowing your feet, yards. I always sit there and go 35, 40 feet, 3 yards. 1 yard is from fingertip to shoulder, you know, about center of your blade. So that's 3, 6, you know. And I'm not the type of a visual person, you know, like that. So, hey, from Texas, New Hampshire, and girls, y'all, well, Texas, I don't know if you have any show, but snow. I'm sure New Hampshire does. And Jersey. Hey, Marlene. Hinesville. Does she really live in Hinesville? We lived there back in 90. Wait, let me think. Fort Stewart, Georgia. Where, I don't own. 90, 91 to 92, I think it was. And it was just a dinky little town. There was nothing out there. Caldor's was the big store that opened up close to it. Now I hear there's a lot more, and it's a lot more. So, as far as that goes, so, you know your measurements. Sometimes when I do these, I usually buy maybe 3 or 4, because I'm the type that, you know, if you're doing something that's 15 inches, you know, I'm not a good calculator, say 30 feet, and if I'm going to do it 15 inches, and how many inches and how many feet, I'm bad at that. So that's something you may want to take into account. She did when her hubby was in the Army. Oh! See, we lived there for a year, and then we left. It was a tough year. That was the year when Desert Storm, Desert Shield, so that was a really tough year. No snowing yet, cold and rain and wind again. Yep, wind here, some rain here. I don't think it's ever stopped raining for almost a year now here. God. And we're supposed to get a snowstorm possibly on Wednesday. All right, so mesh, okay? That's the babies. There is also tulle. Tulle. Everybody thinks, you know, using tulle for, you know, wedding veils and stuff like that. This one came from Dollar Tree. And I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to hold it up like this because it's probably better. This was spider webs. And they had this color, and they had something in orange, I think. And this, even though it has no body to it, if you just crinkle it down, you know, like you're doing a ruffle, it makes a real pretty, of course that's lopsided, you know, ruffle with the pattern on it. And some patterns, you can take a different color and put it behind it, and it would really, you know, pop the color out. I don't know if this blue is actually a good thing to show you, but it helps bring the color of the tulle, you know, a little bit more to surface. So that's something to think about. You know, if you're doing a ruffle, you could do that, you know, lay the solid in between and just ruffle it up. And when you do that, let me see if I can do it. This is all sticking now. So if I wanted a piece in here and I can ruffle it up, is that a good thing? Let me do it this way. Let me flip these over. I did too, you know, and I literally had bought like a whole case of it because they actually list this as tulle, and it's from the Dollar Tree, and they listed it not as tulle, as mesh. And I was like, mesh? That's a funky little mesh. So I'm just going to lay this in here and just give you an idea. So by layering it, it gives you a different effect. You still see, you know, the spider webs on it, but it makes it just pop than just being by itself. I love my little tool. So keep that in mind. Hey, Linda. Hey, Virginia. How are you guys tonight? So don't think of just mesh of sorts. Use tulle. People don't think about the tulle. It just adds a pretty accent to it. So in this little guy, this was my favorite one. So I'm going to open it up down here. I got this at the holiday, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. Let me find the beginning. It's almost a little sticky, and it has like puffs on it, like, I don't know what you want to call it. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Linda. Did I say hi already? I forgot. And this I just loved. And I use this on some of my wreaths. Again, I just took it and, you know, you put your tails on or whatever. And if you just wanted a little something extra, and I had it in red, silver, like the gold and, what was the other color? Silver, gold, was it red? I think. And see the sparkle on that? Isn't that cute? And I'm looking to see if I did a wreath in that. Oh, I did, but I sold it and I packed it up today. Shoot, otherwise I'd show you. Hey, Diane. How are you from Cali? All right, so again, texture, different types, makes it work. So now we get to these guys. And I have some riprap here, so it makes it easier to show you guys. So let's take the 10-inch mesh. So we have a poly mesh, which is a combination of like, it's like a polyester. When you think of polyester, it's more like I use the word plastic. That's how I convert it. So like your clothes may be polyester or maybe cotton. So, you know, tablecloths may be more polyester, you know, type thing. Used to buy a lot of shirts that were rayon, and I hated those because you would have to iron them. Oh, what a pain. So, different types of mesh. Here, again, this is like 10-inch mesh. You can go solids, okay? This has a little bit of shine to it, so it has a foil in it, okay? Then this one has, you know, stripes in it, but this is jute. Okay, so jute, how do I explain it? Like a rope, in a sense? Would that be better for people to understand it wise? For me, that's how I think of it. Like when you think of that brown rope that, you know, everybody pulls out. I'm looking for mine. Here it is. You know, when you think of like rope, because this is jute. That's what it's made out of. Okay? And however they weave it and fine it down, you know, make it fine so that they can make it into a mesh. And then this one has foil in it. You have some that has, this is what they call the snowball, which is the same as this one here. But this is jute with snowball. And if you can't see anything of this, please let me know. I'm watching your comments just to make sure. All right, so again, this is like cotton. You know, here are these little balls on there. And then they just wove it in that way. This one here, same. This is Deco mesh mixed with the little balls. And it has foil in it. So, isn't that cute? I had never seen the pink. This is the first time I saw the pink. And I got this at Joann Fabrics. I saw it. Now, a lot of people don't like to buy from Joann's and Michael's or Hobby Lobby. They just rather buy it from online on things. Again, with what's in your means. What you can do, I thought this was pretty. You know, this would have been great for Valentine's Day, but Easter, a nice spring wreath with this on it, I think that would be cute. I love the snowball. I have, at the end of the year, almost the end of the year, I found, you know, it in red and white. I bought a lot of that. And my husband, I have like 2 square cubicles over here of the 10-inch mesh, and it's like black and white, red and white checkered. It has snowball. It's like garnet and black, and it's just red, and it's red and white. It's red. He's like, why so many? I said, usually when you do a wreath, you're using about 2 of these on a wreath, depending how much you cut on it. You know, how long you're cutting it. Isn't that pretty? And so that depends. But I always try to, if I'm going to buy it, I usually try to buy it in 2s. For that reason. This one is a poly mesh. So again, a combination of, it has like a jute in there, and it has, you know, the foil. This is better to show with the foil in there. So again, combinations, the stripes. Everybody used to go solids, and now they're, you know, everybody does all these stripes and all. I love the pink too. I know, everybody loves the pink. Isn't it cool? It's just so pretty. This is so pretty. So, don't think of just your mesh or being a solid color on your base of your wreath. Bring in some funkiness, because then you could do this and you can do a solid color on top if you want to, or your ribbons can be maybe more detailed. Because on this, we always had to have so many funky things on it, and then this brings out a little bit more, and you can go softer too. It just depends. Depends on what you're doing, okay? Gosh, I got a whole table full of stuff here. Put these back in the box over there. So then you go from 5.5, 6 inch, 10 inch. Oops, let me put these back in the bag because my tool is out. Then you have 12 inch. So again, I hate the wrapping paper. Now this is different types. This one here has the jute in it. And it has white in it, you know, and you could go solid jute too. This one here again has the foil, okay? This one doesn't have any foil, but it's actually more poly. I'll use the word plastic. It has a little bit of an iridescence. Sometimes it shines, and I don't know. There's no real foil in it, but there's a little bit of a shine to it. I don't know if you guys can see that the light picks up off of it sometimes. I like some of the meshes show on the wreath. It is so pretty and then gets covered up. I know. You cover it up so much with the bow and then, or all the other things. And then it's like, what's the purpose of having the mesh there? So, you know, look at your wreaths, what your customers are. Ooh, look at all that stuff. And, you know, be creative. You know, I don't necessarily do one type of wreath all the time. I try to be creative, whether it's with 3 bows at the top, 1 bow, 2 bow, big sign, little sign, ruffles, cruffles, woodland, couple, carolines, curls, or whatever. Like this one behind me. This is not complete by far. This was, I call it, it was something in creation. Purple mesh. Really colorful. I used 6 different colors, orange and blue. I had a green, I had fuchsia. I know there are 6. Wait, green and fuchsia, orange and blue, yellow and pink in there. Colorful. And this was playing around with the wreath just to come up with something. Oh, that's going to be another night, Janet. I'm going to go through, I don't have a thing on the back of that, different types of ruffles and different things. Hey, Emma, how are you? But tonight, it's all about mesh. I call it Mesh Monday. So, I just made that up today. So, that's 12 inches. Now, this one back here has 12 inch and it has 10 inch on there on the curls. I mixed it up just to have fun. So, some of the curls you will see longer than others. But it's just to give it doesn't always have to be all the same, but it just gives it some variation. And I know I talked about the umbrella bags. Hey, Lori. So see, these are the 10-inch ones. And what I do is I just stick this in there because I put it in my shelf this way and I can see the colors. You can use the newspaper bags the same way. They may not be clear, but you still can see through it. Yeah, this is a good way. This was just curls up here. So if you have like little pieces of this and you want to mix it up, you know, that's a great way to do it. All right. Now we go to the big boys. Big boys, bring out the big guns, as they say. So, variety. Look at all this variety here. And this is just 6 types of meshes. That's only 6. I don't even know how many they have. But, hey, Carolyn. Hey, Carolyn. It's Carolyn. How are you? So, we'll talk about these. Again, this is just a plain Deco mesh. This is not poly or anything. It's just a Deco mesh. And this has a little iridescent to it. Okay, so in your solid colors, you may get that little bit of an iridescent to it, you know, or shine to it, which is cool. As far as that goes. So you got plain. Same thing. This is not a poly. Oh, I changed that mind. This is a poly. I just felt it. This is a poly Deco mesh. So it's stripes. Hey, Melissa, how are you? So again, it's more like plastic, and it has the foil in it. And it's not rough. When you enter with more of the poly, it's less of fraying than some of the other ones, like, you know, like the Dollar Tree. And I'm not putting down any company. I'm not here to do that. It's just to show you guys different types. I know. Hey, girlfriend, I love the window pane. So again, this is jute, and like I showed you the jute with the little snowballs on it. And I don't think I showed you one like this, did I? So the jute, and it has white. So you have a two-tone. I like this on my military wreaths because it's not just all brown or something on it. It just gives a little flair to it, so to speak. And this comes in solid colors, the solid jute color as well. Hey Leslie, how are you? All right. Dun dun dun. I call this Granny's apples. Okay? That's what it reminds me of, the Granny apples, the green ones, you know. So this one is a poly Deco mesh. And I know you guys can see it through here. I love this. I use this. What did I use this on this year? Did I? No, I didn't use it on my Grinch. I forgot what I think I did this on one of my St. Patrick's Days. So this has the green and white in it, but the green is iridescent on there, if you guys can see. So, and this is a pretty hefty roll. And, you know, it's a little thicker than maybe some other types of rolls, like this one. Look at the difference. Okay, so you could still get a whole wreath out of this, like if you're doing puffs, puffs, you know, and the same with this, and you'll have extra on both of them. So this is just not, this isn't plastic or poly, and this is just a regular decorative mesh. So again, look at what you're doing. This one here, or this is the check, or people call it buffalo. Oops, I gotta take my tool away from the mesh because it's getting stuck on it. So this is also a poly, and I love this. You know, back in my day as a kid, flannel shirts. This is what this always reminds me of. But this is so popular at Christmas time, Valentine's Day. Use it all year. Just don't think of it, oh, it has to be for that farmhouse stuff. Hello. Yes, it's check. Did I say that already? So, sorry. I might have missed a comment or repeated myself. And I love this. And again, and if you don't have something that's 6 inches or 10 inches, you can take this, you can go down here, cut it across if you have to, or cut it as long as you want, and then cut it across, like, because this is 21 inches, so you'll get, you know, approximately 10 inches. And then you can do a ruffle and put that on your wreath too. So don't think that, oh, just because it's 21 inch, it can only go on, you know, the base of it. Use it as, you know, ruffles and stuff too. Think outside the box. So this one here, this is one of my new ones I just got. This is all foiled. Hey, Emma. So this one, trying to cut down. This is a poly Deco mesh, but the whole thing is foiled. Isn't that cool? So you don't just have, you know, partial lines going through it. You know, the foil, you have the entire thing. So like the ribbon that's made out of the poly Deco mesh, or the poly mesh rather, same thing, just this is 21 inches. So if you're using this, you can use the ribbon as well, because it gives a nice shine, because most of the, you know, ribbons we get don't technically have a lot of, you know, glitter to it. Maybe at Christmas time we use more of it, for that reason. It's all about glitter in the Christmas season. So, but use the, you know, the poly mesh ribbon. It's really pretty. It holds up well. And it's great for outdoors. Would it fray a lot if you cut 21 inches in half? If you cut it in half, the thing is, let me see. Let me show. Now this is, I'm going to cut this off just here because I'll just cut a little bit of this off. So we'll cut it down here. Let's just pretend, because I don't want to use all my mesh up. So if you cut it across here, let's say that's 10 inches, right? You have one good side. You know how we always fold in the sides like this, and then we cruffle it, you know, crunch it in to do it? It's the same concept. You can just, if you want worried about this side, just fold that side in, this side in, your good side, and you can crunch it in that way. You can do it, you know, 2 ways, you know, this way, and the same thing. Your mesh is going to fray no matter which way you're going to do it. If you really hate all that, maybe we can come up with one that folds all sides. Hey, I created the Carolyn curl, so God, we can create something else. But it's just a different way of using your mesh if you have leftover mesh, or, you know, you really want to use this in something. So, no problem, Diane. You could try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to do that. But I was just giving you guys other options of things that you can do with your mesh. It's thinking outside the box. Now, the one other thing we have too, where's my other one? Oh, here it is. We have Deco tubing. Okay. So with Deco tubing, some people like to use it, some people do not. It is your choice again. Now, sometimes when you get the Deco tubing, you know how it's crimped in one side, you know, it's really squished down, and then you wind up cutting it off and throwing it away. Here's my recommendation. Take it and you squish it together like that. And you just squish it, you know, enough. And then what happens, it comes back out like this. And I'm looking to see if I have any that I can show you, because we always get that you buy it from somewhere and they have it all wound up like this. And they have this part turned around so that that thing is so tight like that. And then you're like, I need more of my, you know, my Deco tubing. I'm going to see if I have a piece down here. My drawer got stuck. That I could show you. And I don't. I was just looking through some of my bags really quick for you, but none of them are. Because that was something I taught myself. Nobody taught me that. To do that. It was something I was like, you know, I'm wasting all this Deco tubing because you gotta, you know, it could be right here and then this is just wasted, you know, where you could have used it. So this it's really stretchy. So when you go to measure it out, don't pull it, just let it relax by itself and cut it. Okay, and a lot of people, I make mine about 20 inches long, and I just take the two ends. And I'll take the two ends and just fold them enough to where they meet. And then I'll take the other end, you know, I'll take my tubing, you know, pull it all the way down. And I'll pull it across, and then I have my two, you know, loops on the bow. Wood burning tulle mesh, my husband won't let me use one. I don't use it. Some people do it. And what the wood, because of being hot, the burning tool, it kind of, like the olden days, they would take rope and they would take a match, like if you had a boat, because it was made out of like nylon, and they would burn the edges, so you would see at the ropes it was always burnt, and that's to keep it from fraying. Same concept when you use a burning tool to do that. I personally don't do that. I would probably burn my fingers. So some people will be cutting just their mesh and regularly, and they'll be, you know, just using that to go down on it, and that's not a me thing. But I never say never. It's something I've never tried or I've never done. But I like, so far, you know, with what I've done, I've been happy with what I do it my way. But try it. Oh, look, here's a crink. See the crinkle in there? So look, I'm just going to push it together like this. And look, it's gone. And I saved my mesh. Isn't that cool? And that's all you guys have to do. Just push it together like a little slinky. And then the crink is gone. So little tidbit. That's something, again, I taught myself. So you have this type of tubing that has some foil in it. And it's really like see-through. And it comes in tons of colors. I don't know what they technically call this, so type of material. It's still tubing. But I call it rope. It's not really rope. But I don't know if you could see the difference on the two. This is thicker, and it feels more rope. It's still like a plastic in there, you know, kind of thing. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. How close should I come? How about that close? Does that work? So, and I actually bought this white tubing, for instance, by accident. Hey, Vicky. And I was like, oh, good God. And you know what? It does the same. It holds up the same texture and everything else as you think of the regular Deco mesh. Hey, hey. You know, with the little frizzles in it, the little sparkles, the little foil. Holds up the same. Same thing. Still slinky, you know, still does the same thing and everything as the other one. It just doesn't have the foil in it. And I got this, and I found a purple one. Literally by accident, because I didn't... And when it came, I was like, oh, good God, it looks like rope. But, you know, you may not want all the sparkle in your wreath, and you just needed a little something extra. And I used this in one of my wreaths. Maybe I don't have that wreath anymore. Oh, if you look at my Blessed Home wreath that I have on... It's posted on my Facebook page, but in my Etsy shop, it's there too. Hey, if you guys want to like and share this, and follow me, we're trying to get to 1,500 people, and we're going to do a giveaway. So please like and share. This is good information for anybody, whether you've been around and you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that with this, you know, put it together, or maybe didn't know about different types of mesh, somebody that's just learning, you know. So ooh, that's my mesh. Oh, I had another bag. Where's my other bag? So today, if you guys have any questions about anything, ask. Ask. I may not be a pro. I will never consider myself a pro because I continue to learn from everybody too. Oops, let me put that away before I cut myself. That could be dangerous. Oh, hey, Diane, a lot of people were asking me on some of my videos throughout, you know, the time, and asking me about different types of mesh and stuff. And they were asking about bows, and that's going to be another one I do with you guys. And I thought, you know, it's a little hectic for me because of the demo. Today was demo day. And it's so weird. I can't take pictures. I can do it tomorrow morning. I'll show you what it kind of looked like. And now without walls in the bedroom. But I can't do it at night because there's no light in there now. So... And I tried to do it earlier for you guys, but I couldn't. My video, the internet went out. And that was so frustrating today because I was like, ah. But anyway, so I do have a goodie bag to show you today too. So let me put these guys down on the floor because I got my, I've had four goodie bags. Ooh. I don't want that to fall off the table. So I haven't opened this one. I gotta put this over here because Heather, watch my tool for me, girlfriend. Oh, I got this today, but Munchkin was here and she helped me earlier open the other two. So look at my video from this morning and you'll see some of the other goodies I got because I ordered a case of his, oh gosh, I almost cut myself. It's, I'll show it to you because it's really cool. 3 of us went in on to buy it. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Wait a minute, I'm rolling on plastic. So, this is from Deco Exchange. I got this from Deco Exchange. It's purple, pink, and here's my funny word. Turquoise. I can never, ever, as a kid, say that. Never. So I always say it's between aqua and teal. Because I can never say that. So this is a poly mesh, poly deco mesh or deco poly mesh too as well. And I got a case of this, but I'm splitting it with 2 other wreath people. Because we kind of all wanted it, but we all didn't really need a case. But although in time we probably would use a whole case. So excited. My granddaughter would say, I'm so excited. I am too. Hallelujah. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Thank you. All right. So this is a new color for me. I've had just the solid green. And now I got the check green. Oh my God. And I always, you know how you order the solids like in the 2-inch all the time? Or you may have this, like I have the black in this. This has been my favorite. And this came from Deco Exchange. I don't know if he has any more of this. I'm trying to see my comments. Ribbon, yay! I know it's ribbon time. This is my favorite. And I don't know, it's just one of those black ones. And I just fell in love with this when I got it. And it's on like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wreaths that I have hanging here. And I'm like, I gotta get more. I just love that one. I just love it. All right, so I got a green one. And I'm trying to buy, instead of doing some more, this one I think is, this is 100 feet. Oh God, 100 feet. How many yards? All right, y'all on the math. Get your calculator. 100 feet is how many yards? 3, 6, 9 is 3 yards. 9 times whatever. I can't do that. I know. I can't do the math. Anyway, so I try to order the bigger ones just because I get tired. Oh. So 100 feet is 30 yards. How'd you do that so fast? Would you go 3 times? 3 divided by 100? 3 divided by 100. There you go. Got it. Thanks, Val. Try to go with the bigger ones. This is 50 yards. I got it in, this is a fuchsia. It's so pretty. Because I always buy a lot of the 2.5 inch, and then I'm like, I need a 1.5 inch. Or if I just want to do 1.5 inches, and I'm like, ugh, I'm stuck. So this is me being silly. I know. Isn't that pretty? So then I also got it in a lighter pink. Look at that. I don't want it to roll off the table. I'm putting it more to my right because I can see your comments. Then, the dog ribbon. You know how the dog ribbon was always in the satin? This is not satin, ladies. I got it in the 1.5 and the 2.5 inch. Because I do have the black and the red in the dog bone, which is the satin, got these. And these are 10 yards each. And I should have bought 2 of them. But then, look at that. I went natural. All right, green ribbon. You're going to have to move over a little bit. Move my eye part because I'm reaching over the box. I want you guys to be able to see it. This is the, like, natural or canvas. And this is black, white, and the brown. Isn't that cute? Everybody seemed to be doing just black, white with red. And I thought, why not? We can bring in gray. We can do that with red. We can pick that up with pink, depending if we're specifically doing a custom one. But somebody may want it, just they have a dog, and they don't want it to be black and white, all the time. Let's throw some color in there, So that's that. Look. It's hard to reach over a box. So then, I got red. I thought I had another one. Got red in the 50 yard too. Whoa! Because I had the red in this, in the 2.5 inch, and of course the black you saw. And I just fell in love with that. So then I got this, which would be great with our dog bones, which is cute. And still, put red, put blue, whatever color. I can put some of these funky colors in. You see, that's a prettier red than just doing, I like that with that. Isn't that pretty? And then I got some of this. It's a white and canvas, if you want to call it, or natural. Again, these are all 50 yard. They're all polyester made. And what I did, I had, at Christmas time, everybody does the candy canes and, the wrapping around. And we usually use a lot of, not satin. It's a polyester, more like 100%. It feels like plastic. And a lady had asked me one time, and I didn't have the answer for her right away. She asked me, would the ribbon bleed if it was outside and got wet? And I went, good question. Didn't know. So I had a couple of different types of ribbons that I had used on those type of wreaths, and I cut them and, little pieces off, and I ran them under water, cold water, because outside it would be cold water, and none of them bled. Who knew? I didn't know that. Be back group meeting now. What's today? Today's Monday. What group meeting? Oh, you're in a different group. That's right, Diana. Sorry, I was like, what am I missing? All right. And then this. Now, you guys, if you guys know Damon, he had a wreath kit box, and it had this in it. And I really love this because it's not just the plain natural tan color, and it has a little bit of white in there just to give it a little oomph to it, you know. And again, I could use that if I wanted just to bring in a little bit more color or something funky, and with that, I could use that. So, and he said he was going to steal this out of all the boxes. He was tempted to steal because they were all like 10-yard rolls. And it was like a box like of all these kind of colors, like in things, you know, the natural colors in it. But he had a 50-yard roll and I snatched it. I don't know if there's more in there, if he has more. But then we got that. So see, I did the gray. I could do the black. I could do this with the other one. And I hadn't really seen this. Why do I only have one? I usually order two. Must have been losing it. But kind of cool color. You could do this with ladybugs or any other bug or whatever. Hey, Barb. How are you? And I have cat ribbon. So I had to get some fish bone because my cats need the fish. And it has the little paw prints with the little hearts in it. Isn't that cute? And a lot of people say, don't do a cat wreath. You know, I was like, why? I used to breed and show cats for 25 years. I know there's going to be haters because I bred them. But I used to show them. And I showed them as far south here as Florida, all the way up to Alaska, and in between in places. And I did that for 25 years. So, got to support our cats too. They're rescue cats too. There's rescue dogs, there's guinea pigs, and all kinds of animals. So why not support our kitties too? So I got to get this box out of my way. It's really driving me nuts because I can't reach in front. I was like, oh, let me move these out of the way a little bit. So then my last groupies. Look at that. Bees. So not just the white, the yellow, and the black. Look at the green. The bees are out in the woods. They fly around in your grass and everything else. Why not? It's a good accent color with it. And it would go good. Like I have this little thing here. Now I'm going to take the bees off of this. This I got at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to take the bees off and use them on the wreath. But bees fly around the flowers, okay? They have their little green leaves, you know, and stuff. Why not bring in some green for the bees? It'd be something different. Thank you, Diane. Diane. So, and this is what I'm thinking with this. Hold on. Don't look at my bouquet. Look at this. Paper's on the floor. God, I'm rolling all over everything. God, ladies, if you see my house over here, if you look at the video from this morning, I look like I'm a little hoarder. It's crazy. Look at how cute that is. And I can use this ribbon with it. Or if I wanted to go the orange. Isn't it cute, Val? My granddaughter rescued a kitten from the shelter this last week. Oh, how cute. I used to show cats. So I had Persians, Himalayan, and Abyssinians. Persians and Himalayans were my two dominant. Abyssinians I kind of fell into because there was another lady who had a male and a female, and she wanted to give up the female, and she wanted me to show it. So I kind of inherited that cat, bred it back to her male, and she got, you know, pick of the litter and stuff. But hi, Jacqueline, how are you? But that's how I got into Abyssinians. And then some people saw me showing the Abyssinians and wanted me to show their cats too and stuff. But anyway, so my cat history. But when it got towards the end, when I was like, you know, I've been doing this for a while. The one cat, you know, towards the, God, she lived till she was 19 years. She was just a domestic short hair. She was a Duluth Calico, which is she's white, gray, and like red. And a friend's cat that was outside got pregnant by God knows who, and she had that one. And I always wanted a Calico cat. And I was like, that was my domestic, you know, and I got her free, and she lived till she was 19. My last show cat, that I had, she lived till she was 16, I believe. And that was the last one, you know, I got down. I was like, no, she's my favorite one. I'm going to keep her. And, you know, the others, you know, either passed away of, you know, like all animals do, of, you know, not injuries, but, you know, cancer or whatever. Or, you know, I couldn't show them, so I spayed, neutered them, and found good homes for them. So, but anyway, back to our bees. It's got the little green in here. Isn't that cute? So I could go this route, but see, that's going to be so dominant. I don't know. I may change my mind, but I really like the bees. And I could still bring this color in with it if I wanted to, because it has the brown in here. Had one that lived to 22 years. Yeah, is that the one that just passed away, Barb? I know your cat, the other cat, was that the one that just passed away? So that's my ribbon. So Deco Exchange, I will post at the end of this video the Deco Exchange, my affiliate for that, because so you guys can go on. It's a way of giving them business, yes. No, oh, he was 17. Too hard losing your funny for, oh gosh, Lord. You know, my last dog, not the one I have now, the one before, literally, you know, she would always go fetch and play with the ball. And then one day she was laying down and barking at me like I had to go get it and throw it to her, and she nudged it toward me. I thought, you're being really lazy. She was 10 years old then. And I took her outside it was maybe not even a month later or something. And she, you know, had her backyard, she can go in. And I took her outside to go to the bathroom. I was going to go walk her, and she peed about that much in my driveway, and I went, oh, that's not good. That's not good. So I'm thinking kidney stones, you know, something like that. Took her to the vet. They did an ultrasound. She had cancer. It had engulfed her urethra tube, which is a tube coming from your kidney. And it was like Hail Mary if we tried to surgery. We were going to lose her. And they said she's in severe pain. And it was like within an hour, that was it. And I felt so bad. I was like, how did I not know this? How did I not see it? But we're not vets. We don't recognize it. They can't talk to us. But you just watch their actions. And then you know, how you're replaying it, like going, gosh, you know, what did I not see? What did I miss? You know, and you can't be there for everything. Hey, Beth, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you, my friend? So, but I don't even know where I got this from. I don't have any tags on it. Oops. Sorry. It wasn't store-bought because there's no, well, I don't know. You could check Hobby Lobby. But anyway, I got off on a tangent about my pets. So let me put the Deco Exchange affiliate in here. Now, last time I put this in, let me put this on. I put a space in between. Do not put any spaces in between any of the links. And I didn't catch it. I forgot who told me about it. And was it you, Barb, maybe? It might have been Barb. My friend Barb. And it didn't work. And I went, ooh, that could be why. But anyway, so don't put any spaces in any of these links. Everything is always together at it. There you go. So that is that. So Deco Exchange is all the ribbon. And I told you where I got some of the mesh from. The mesh has come from, whether it's Deco Exchange, Craft Outlet, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, wherever. Whatever you can afford to do. Don't ever try to go outside your means of everything. Okay, Barb, it was you. Sorry. Say I couldn't remember. Alzheimer's. You know, you hit 59, mine goes. As far as that goes. But just do what you mean. And ask questions. I'm more than happy to help you, you know, answer any questions you can. Somebody asked me about doing the mesh, and so that's why I kind of talked about the mesh today. And I'm going to do ribbons. I'll do some ribbon and talk about different bows, and I'm going to talk about ways to use the mesh, different techniques. So you guys can see some different techniques. So watch for that. I might do another one. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? Tuesday night. I can't. Tuesday? Wednesday? I'll do another one this week because my live from this morning got screwed up by the internet. I hate the internet. But anyway, so that's going to be it for tonight, guys. This was kind of a short and sweet one, just to let you guys, like I said, talk about mesh. I call it Mesh Monday. Maybe we'll do Mesh Monday next week, and then we'll do the different types of techniques you can do with mesh. And I'll do maybe ribbons this week. Oh shoot, I missed it. What did you make? I didn't make anything, Beth. What we talked about today was different types of mesh, from mesh that's not as good as quality to poly mesh to pane mesh, and just showed the different sizes to everything. Diane, you're welcome. I know. There is still a wall to knock down. There's 2 walls still to knock down. The dumpster didn't come today. Every year since 2015, we have had a dumpster in our driveway because we pick one project on the house each year. Some of it, like last year, we, doing the siding. That's okay, Sally. That's okay. You can watch the replay. The little red button's still on up there on my right. Once that you don't see that anymore, it will come across saying record. And that way you can go back and replay it. Or if you hit anywhere on my screen, like on my face or something, 3 little buttons will pop up and you can hit save. So if you want to go back and reference this, we talked about all kinds of mesh tonight, Sally. You can, different types, different sizes and stuff. As far as that goes. But like and share this, you guys, because, a lot of people don't know the different types of meshes, and they just go out and do something, and their wreath may come out spectacular, or it may crash and burn because they didn't know. So, this is a good way. Yeah, don't ever be sorry. If you guys come in late or anything, don't ever be sorry. There's a million of us out there, maybe not a million, that are doing lives. And, at different times or at the same time. And, I have like an iPad, a computer, a phone, another iPad going sometimes because I'm like, oh, I want to learn, and watch. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. It's all good. All good. But I love having you. So maybe we'll do ribbons, and I'll talk about different bows and different types of ribbons. There's some different types of ribbons that we can use. So we'll do that, this week too. Okay? Is that cool? And if you guys have anything, just write the comments on there, because I'll get the comments or the questions you have, even if it's after the video pops up on my screen, and I can answer them to the best of my knowledge. Or if I don't, I will find out the answer for you. Because I don't know everything. I wasn't one of them spelling bee kids that open the dictionary and could spell and know the definition of everything. Not me. Not me. So anyway, you guys have a nice evening. This was short and sweet, and now I'm going to try to dig through these boxes over here. Oh, there's so many boxes in my house. I swear, if you walked in, you would go, oh, good God, she needs help. She needs help with all. I'm living out of a box for my clothes and some on hangers, and it's driving me nuts, ladies. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, we got to get to 1,500 people so I can do another giveaway. So please share, like me, follow me. Follow, because I need the followers to do it. So, all right. So you guys have a nice evening, and I will see you again this week. And bye from Nona's Nutty. Oh, we got to come up with a name. I was thinking Nona's Nut House. We got to come up with a name. Everybody has these little, names for their clubhouses are coming on, so we got to come up with a name. So you guys write names on here. I like the wreath behind you, Sally. This is not complete, or at least I don't think it's complete. No, it isn't complete because I don't have tail. No, I did get the tails in. This was a play around wreath the other day, and it's purple from behind. See, I still have all the wires cut on it, and it's poof. And I did 10 inches in the middle and 12 inch on the outside on the poofs. And I was going to do 3 bows, maybe. I just played around. I used all the same. I used 2 different types. I'm going to look at my tails because I'm squishing them because I brought it up and down up here. So I just had 2 different colors here. I had the purple and the yellow. And then I did pink and green here. And brought all those colors up in here. And this is kind of a funky little one. And we'll talk about ribbons. But it's just plain and simple. I mean, if you're interested in buying it, Sally, let me know, or anybody else. It was just a fun wreath, and I did the curls, and like I said, we talked about the different mesh. So some of these curls are the 12-inch, some are the 10-inch because I mixed it up just to have fun. It's just a fun wreath, nice and colorful. And I was thinking almost, everybody was talking about the Peeps from Walmart, and they are the real Peeps with the logo on it. I thought, oh, if I want to make it Eastery, the Peeps, I could do different colors of Peeps on it. But I haven't decided. I was just playing around because I got bored yesterday cleaning all the stuff out of my bedroom. So I just thought, let's just have some fun. I needed to come down and play. So that's why I didn't do a live or anything on that, because that was just a playing around thing. So anyway, ladies, y'all have a nice evening, and I will see you later this week. Bye.